who was one of his students. He was an art teacher. She listened to us, she watched us, she was inspired by Islam. She wanted to get closer to both of us. And then one Ramadan, just before Ramadan started, she said, "Can I fast with you?" I said, "Bismillah, you want to fast? You want to experience the fast? We'll teach you how to fast." So she fasted the whole month of Ramadan. And I could see her being inspired daily. Each day she was becoming more nurani. There was so much love that was gushing forth from her. And by the end of Ramadan, she just came to me. She said, "I'm a Muslim." She said, "What do I do?" I said, "Shukr, alhamdulillah, you're a Muslim." And so we did all of the procedures. But she said something to me then which has stayed with me ever since. Because during that month when she was fasting, she actually did reading about Islam and about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And she said to me, "Why hasn't anybody told us about the Prophet Muhammad? We don't know anything about him." And as soon as she'd been learning about him, then the truth hit her. And I think that it's our responsibility, not only the people like me who become Muslim through the grace of Allah, but for all of us to gently explain, to talk to people who aren't Muslims, to people in the West, to people everywhere, that this is the supreme human being and this is why we love him. So those words of hers, that why didn't anyone ever tell us, why has no one ever told us, it therefore becomes our responsibility to tell in whichever capacity we have. And anything we can say to, and particularly at this era that we're living now, because there's so much propaganda against Islam, understandably so, because there's a lot of nonsense going on out there. But I think that we have to dispel that as much as possible and tell people the reality of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There is one book that was actually written by a Western lady. Her name was Karen Armstrong. A lot of people think I'm Karen Armstrong. I'm not. And she actually wrote a beautiful book about the Prophet. And she is not a Muslim, yet she wrote an amazing book. And also Anne-Marie Schimmel, the German writer, she wrote a beautiful book called "And Muhammad is His Messenger." And I know there was a Hindu prime minister who wrote poems in praise of the Prophet. So it's just there. I mean, he is the Prophet. His ummah is the whole of humanity. So we have to spread the message. Now,